Hi everybody, we're going to walk through the last part of this guided notes, and that is the practice problems. So right here I've got my little graphing program pulled up, alright, so right here I'm going to model with Google Draw what I want you to do. So if you'll pull up your Google Draw for our first problem, I want you to make sure that you label each of the axes, and then you can label each curve. So I'd label that downward sloping curve demand and the upward sloping curve supply. And this is the market for Mary Persons t-shirts. So, another hint that might be helpful here is you could actually copy and paste this curve down, once you get a basic curve done. Go ahead and copy and paste that or make a copy of it, and you can paste it in and then make the changes that you need. So if the print shop buys a new screening machine, the first question I'm going to ask myself is what happens first, okay? The market changes and things change in the market really fast. There are lots of things going on, but we're in Econ 101, so we only change one thing at a time. So when I ask myself what happens first, if the print shop buys a new screening machine, we assume they're not going to spend the money for that unless they can make more, and we assume more cheaply. So that's going to increase supply. So you would draw an increase in supply here, and that would show that new screening machine. And I really like here where it's a different color, so I can see that you shifted from one to the other. So, but it's going to be a shift in supply. And price, then, if you look at your graph, we're going downward on the price axis. So price is going to go down and quantity is going to go up. Okay? And then here, I don't mind if you shorthand from here on out. Incomes rise in Forsyth. If incomes rise, then that is one of our determinants of demand. People are going to buy more things with more money. So you'll show the shift in demand here on the demand curve. So that means we're going to have a shift in demand. Price is going to go up. Quantity is going to go up. Next up, homecoming's coming up. And as you're well aware, MP t-shirts are typically in high demand in homecoming. You'll show this increase in demand right here. And that's going to be a shift in demand. Price for t-shirts will go up. So you can sell t-shirts for more when homecoming's coming up. And quantity is going to go up, where t-shirt prices could be cheaper. A lot of times we don't actually raise the price, we just raise the quantity, but if you think about it, we're often willing to pay more for specific shirts because there's higher demand, and again, I would think this year might be a really good year for that. Alright, so cotton prices skyrocket. So here, what we're going to do, cotton is an input into the market. So we're going to have a decrease in supply. So supply is going to shift left. A lot of us get confused here because it looks like it went up. But watch what happens along your quantity axis. You're moving closer to that zero. When that happens, you have a shift in supply. Price goes up. And quantity goes up. MP grows from quad A to 6A school. That would mean our school gets a lot bigger. So if that happens, we have more population. We didn't want to say the word population because that's so obvious. So you end up with a shift in demand here. So that means that it's a shift in demand. Price goes up and quantity goes up. So now we'll have more people, which means that there's going to be more demand for t-shirts, so we can sell more at a higher price. And notice that shift of demand means you get a whole new equation. So you don't have to raise the price, but if you don't, you will sell out. And all right, if MP hats go on sale, now there's two ways to graph this, so it depends on how you did it, okay? You could say that hats and t-shirts go together, in which case you would show an increase in demand. So something like that. But you might have said that hats and t-shirts are substitutes. I'm either going to buy a hat or a t-shirt and not both, in which case you would show a decrease in demand like that. I'm going to let you make that decision. If you would, out here, tell me like what you decided. So tell me if you decided complement or substitute so I can see if you were thinking correctly with your graph. Thank you guys so much for all your support this week. I am so proud of the work that you're doing, and I'm seeing some really great work, and we're hanging in there. And I look forward to being in class with you again soon.